G'day cocktail lovers. My favourite sort of cocktail is a boozy stirred down sipper. So when I see a recipe I haven't seen before that's in that area, I think, write that down, I'm gonna try that. And I actually found 3 that were like riffs on each other and they had names inspired from the same area. This is the Patrician. There's also one called the Archdeacon and one called the Archbishop, which I will be making in the coming weeks, I imagine. But this is the first one that I'm making. It's loosely inspired by the Manhattan. The base spirit is Armagnac, which is French brandy. So when I say Armagnac, you could use any brandy in this, but the recipe said Armagnac. I had Armagnac, so it's like, let's go for that. Rather than vermouth, it's got some Amaro Montenegro or an Amaro of your choice, and a dash of fernet branca. And interestingly, it also has brown creme de cacao, which is, in my mind, going to make this much sweeter than an average Manhattan. But you know what? I want to give it a go. If you've never had fernet branca, a little bit goes a long way. There's a little bit in this, and it's got very strong flavours. And with the Amaro Montenegro, just a little bit of bitterness. The brown creme de cacao and those bitters elements are making this taste like sort of bitter dark chocolate. I mean that in a good way. I honestly think the Armagnac is lost a little. The other really strong flavours are overpowering it. I'd probably like to try this with different spirits to see how they held up against it. But it's a very interesting drink, and I'll show you how to make it. In a mixing glass, put 1.5 ounces or 45 mils of Armagnac, or the brandy of your choice. Then I'm adding 3/4 of an ounce, around 22.5 mils of Amaro Montenegro. Then half an ounce, or 15 mils of brown creme de cacao. And finally, 1/4 of an ounce, around 7.5 mils of fernet branca. Add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. And I'm straining that into a chilled Nick and Nora glass. And for garnish, I'm going with a twist of orange peel. I said this was loosely inspired by a Manhattan. It tastes nothing like a Manhattan, and I think that's a good thing. I like to explore cocktails. I like to find things that are different. This is quite different. If you like herbal and you like bitter, and hey, if you like bitter dark chocolate, I think this one might be for you. And I definitely wouldn't worry about whether or not you have Armagnac. In fact, maybe not even worry about whether it's brandy. It would be very interesting to taste this with a rum base or a whiskey base, but this is what I have now. It's a very interesting drink, and I think you might like to try it. So if you do, let me know, and I'd love to see you come back for when I explore some of its related drinks down the line. But until I do see you again, I will say cheers.